Alright, so Money in the Bank tomorrow, and I actually feel like giving my predictions for this one. Now, I'm not going to go over every single match, but I'm going to go over a select few, basically the ones that I care for. So first off, Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. Now, here's the thing with Joe. He's very familiar to a couple other superstars out there, like Bray Wyatt and Kane, who will talk all this crap. They look intimidating, they get hyped up as these destroyers, but then when it comes to the actual feuds, the matches against the top stars, most of the time, they end up losing. So unfortunately for Joey Samoa, I see the same thing happening here. Rey Mysterio beats him, becomes new Grand Slam champion. Now, I don't mind that too much. I don't need to see Joe win, it's okay. But there's one thing that I do need to see out of this match, and that is Samoa Joe choking out Dominic. We already know Joe's a sore loser. He has a history of attacking superstars after they beat him, so have him take it to the next level, put that coquina clutch on Dominic, put him to sleep right next to Rey Mysterio after the match, and that'd be great. And then if you want to take it up a notch, you go ahead and make it his whole gimmick. Call him the family beater, have him cut promos like, yo, I probably can't beat you this Sunday, but I'm gonna choke out your grandpa. What's that? You say your brother's in the wheelchair? Next thing you know, Joe's kicking him off the wheelchair. Next up, the Raw Women's Championship match, Becky versus Lacey Evans. Gonna go with Becky on this one. I don't see them giving the championship this soon to Lacey Evans. That's one of the reasons why I think she's winning this, and the other reason I'll go over in the Becky versus Charlotte prediction, which is right up next. Becky versus Charlotte, SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, this is the harder one of the two. If she's gonna lose the championship to one of these two, I definitely think it's gonna be to Charlotte, because throughout this long-ass feud that they've had, which hopefully ends this Sunday, they've been built as pretty much equals, with both of them getting victories over each other. But I'm still going with Becky on this one, mainly because I think they want to give Becky Lynch this big accomplishment while they've got the chance, while she's got both championships, because this opportunity doesn't come very often. It's very rare that a superstar is, you know, in two championship matches on the same night and wins both of them. And I think that's going to be something they bring up every now and then, just like they do with Jericho when they bring up Jericho beat The Rock and Austin on the same night. But even if Becky goes ahead and beats both of them, she's still got one possible other obstacle, and that is the Women's Money in the Bank match if that takes place prior to Becky Lynch's matches. And when it comes to that Money in the Bank match, plain and simple, I think Mandy Rose is going to win it. One of the reasons being is that I think a Raw superstar, certain Raw superstar, is going to win the men's Money in the Bank match. So I think they're also going to want to have a SmackDown superstar win a Money in the Bank as well, so they have one on both shows. And out of the SmackDown woman in there, I think Mandy's the most likely to take it. And then that brings up the question, will she cash in on the same night? I mean, logically, it'd be a great opportunity. Becky's going through two matches on the same night. Mandy could cash in and become the new SmackDown Women's Champion, or she could hold on to that briefcase. As far as that goes, I'm not going to give a prediction. And then we've got Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. So far, Kofi Kingston's been a fighting champion. He defended it against Daniel Bryan in a rematch on Raw, and then the following night defended it in a triple threat against AJ Styles and Sami Zayn, and now he's looking for payback against Kevin for what he did to him and Woods. Now, I think Kofi's retaining here. I think really the story here is that they're trying to prove that Kofi Kingston can do it on his own, that he's a fighting champion, and just trying to, you know, really establish Kofi Kingston as a top star, because for the longest time, he was in that mid-card. You know, he wasn't winning the matches. He wasn't facing off against the top superstars. And now you can really see they're putting him up against, you know, some top stars and having him win those matches, having him defend the title and retaining it. And this is the third title defense already. And with Big E out with an injury and Kevin Owens beating up Woods like every single time he sees him, I think the purpose of this Sunday's match is going to be to display that Kofi Kingston can do it on his own, that he's championship material, unlike what Kevin Owens says. So Kofi wins against the formerly known Big O. Then when it comes to the men's Money in the Bank match, I've already given my prediction for that. The video will be in the description box or on the top right corner of this video as a card. And finally, the main event, Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles, a dream match for a lot of people. Hopefully it delivers. When I first saw the contract signing between the two and AJ was talking about how, you know, he should do or you should do anything to win, I was like, oh, I think Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson might get involved again, just like they did when it was AJ versus Roman Reigns for the championship. But then I was like, no, wait a minute, the next pay-per-view is the Saudi Arabia show, Super Showdown, and Brock Lesnar is going to be there, and you know he's going to go after Seth Rollins. He's going to be in that championship match. So I'm like, I think Brock Lesnar might just show up at Money in the Bank and either one, crash this match, so no contest, attack both AJ Styles and Seth Rollins, maybe even the Money in the Bank winner who tries to cash in, or he goes ahead and attacks Seth Rollins after the match. Now, depending on whether he crashes the match or it's a post-match attack, I think the results will be different. So if he interrupts the match and attacks both of them, I think we get a triple threat, Brock, AJ, Seth Rollins at Super Showdown. But if it's a post-match attack after Seth retains, then I think it's just going to be Seth versus Brock at the next pay-per-view. And with this match being top face versus another top face, I think the chances of it being a no contest, DQ, or some sort of finish like that is even higher. But bottom line, regardless of what happens in the match, I'm saying Seth Rollins retains the championship. With that said, leave your predictions for the matches that I went over, and if you get them all right, I'll go ahead and feature one of you guys' comments in the next prediction video. With that said, click the like button if you liked it, and I'm out. See ya.